starting off the week here on a beautiful Monday morning, and I thought it'd be fun to just this week as we start off the new year, cook up a bunch of nutritious and delicious meals here. I like to really focus on high protein when I'm cooking, and then eating the colors of the rainbow. So lots of delicious fruits and veggies. Starting off here this morning, we're gonna make some sausage for William, right? He loves breakfast sausage. I'm just gonna throw that in the oven and then we'll dice up our hash browns. For the hash browns, I actually did not peel my potatoes. These are potatoes that we grew in our garden. And so sometimes if I'm just buying them from the store, I'm a little pickier with either scrubbing them super well or with peeling them. But since I know where these come from, I'm just gonna go ahead and I washed them well, and we're just gonna dice them. And then I'm gonna drizzle them, I think, with some avocado oil, and then we'll grab some different herbs and spices. Okay, we'll keep our toppings pretty simple here. I'm just gonna drizzle with some avocado oil. I would say a decent amount. So I want them to get nice and crispy. All right, and then we will sprinkle on some salt and some garlic powder, as well as some parsley flakes, and then some pepper. All right, and then we'll pop these in the oven to roast. I popped some chicken into my Instant Pot and slow cooked it overnight, so I have a bit of a head start on a couple of meals here that I have in mind, but I'm just gonna take the chicken out of here so that it can start to cool off, and then we'll also save the broth. I think we'll do some bone broth hot chocolate. That's still going strong at our place, and then also I have a delicious soup in mind here for the next couple of days. Okay, potatoes are done and looking good, so I think we're ready to plate everything. There are some ingredients that I want to use from Thrive Market, and they are sponsoring today's video. I know I've talked about them before. So many of you already love them, but if you are new, they are an amazing resource to have, especially if you're busy and appreciate healthy ingredients but don't always have the time to go out there. That's actually my favorite thing about Thrive Market is the convenience, and also being able to get healthy ingredients for a better price. I love that they have kind of done all the heavy work for you, so you don't need to scour all the ingredients. Plus, if you're actually in a specific category, if you will, like if you eat paleo or sugar-free or vegetarian or have any of those like specific needs, you can actually select those categories right on their website and then have it be even more like tailored to you and make it super easy. In and Out, they also have a sale section that I personally love to look through, and sometimes I find things that I already really love in that section. So of course that's a great time to grab those, or for trying new things. Orders over $49 ship free. And what I got here, I've been craving this soup, but this is a rice ramen, and I feel like especially after all the holidays, I am craving, I think it's the ginger in this soup. Josh actually smoked a roast. I think I'll do like a beef version of it. Anyway, we'll get to that later. I also picked up some yum yum sauce. I really love this on honestly anything, but especially eggs, burgers, burger bowls, burritos, fried rice. So that's been a favorite. And then I got some organic extra virgin olive oil. I'm excited for that, as well as garbanzo beans. Maybe you guessed what else I'm making is hummus. So if you would like to give Thrive Market a try, you can head over to thrivemarket.com/thisgoldenhour, and that will give you 30% extra off plus a free gift. So that 30% includes like sale items or sales that they're currently running, that kind of thing. Well, breakfast was delicious, and I also got, here, let me turn the camera for you. Back here, got my yogurt going. So I like to make just normal yogurt, and I think I've showed that to you on here before, but then drip it for a while. I like to do up to probably 3-ish hours is about the right consistency for us, and it just makes that delicious, thick, creamy Greek yogurt. So we'll let that go. But one more thing I wanted to get going before we head off and have family devotions at school and all of that is these muffins. So I had mixed a double chocolate sourdough muffin yesterday afternoon, and then I just popped it in the fridge. So we'll bake those now. I did use fresh milled flour for this recipe as well, but I thought that would just be a nice, kind of healthier, sweet option to have on hand. The kids love these for breakfast or for barn snacks. They just tend to disappear pretty quickly. So we'll throw these in the oven yet. All right, and then we're gonna bake these at 350 for about 20 minutes. For lunch today, I want to throw together some wraps. So we made a whole bunch of tortillas a couple days ago now. We had a bunch of company yesterday and still had leftovers. So I thought some chicken avocado salad wraps would be a good idea. So I'm going to start by mashing my avocado. I made like the start of a mayo here, if you will. I just blended the egg and the avocado oil. So we're gonna kind of just throw this together, but I'll link a recipe for you in the description if you want a more exact recipe than just throwing things together. I wish I had lemon to put on here. I don't, but I'm gonna put some salt on, and then we'll do some Dijon mustard so we still have a bit of that like citric taste. Or acidic, I should say. Okay, I'm gonna put my mayo on here. And then we're gonna add this to my cooked chicken. Now I thought I had some green onions on hand, so I need to go see if I can find that, or if I had already used it all, we'll see. But if I find some, we'll add that. I do have a little bit of celery that I'll add to this yet, and then we'll just put it together with a flour tortilla. I have some arugula. Wish I had cucumber, that would be delicious in there, but I'm running low on groceries. So we will just kind of throw together what we have here, and I think it'll be delicious. Definitely still needed something. So I did find my green onion. We have a little bit of celery that should add some crunch. I think I'm gonna add just a pinch of cayenne pepper and then see what that's like. Just a little bit of that, and then I'm also gonna throw in a little bit of dill. I really wish I had lemon, but I don't. So I think we'll say that's good. Okay, this is what the finished product looks like. We'll probably serve this with some fruit or veggies and call it lunch. Well, we woke up to a very cloudy, rainy morning here. It is so dark outside, but I have some breads that I want to get going here. We have some sandwich bread and then also a couple artisan loaves, a focaccia, and then I actually fed my starter last night and it's looking nice and bubbly. I think I'll mix up some sourdough pasta as well this morning and then let it rest all day to possibly have for dinner tonight. Last night I also mixed up some focaccia and you'll see that it's green. I picked up some basil at the grocery store the other day and so we made a bunch of pesto and I mixed some of that into this focaccia and the rest I'm actually going to put on top. But first we'll oil this well and then we'll bake it and add the rest of the pesto afterward. Okay, we'll let this do its second rise here for the next hour and a half or 2 hours till it looks nice and puffy. Making myself a little makeshift spot over here in the sunroom because I cannot with the lighting in there anymore. It is so dark today. Anyways, I have my sandwich loaf left here. By the way, a number of you have been asking where my loaf pans are from, and I actually picked these up at a moving sale, but they are the Pampered Chef family heritage stoneware. I don't know if that tells you anything, but I love them. They are stoneware, and I've really been enjoying using those here for my bread. We will divide this dough in two, and this will make that soft, fluffy sourdough loaf that we love for sandwiches and that kind of thing. Okay, we are makeshifting as we go. Josh put some blocks under my table so that it's actually a little bit of a better height for kitchen counter space. Anyways, my artisan loaves are ready now, so we are gonna score those and then get them baking. Well, it is quite quite a bit later now, just actually finished my workout, got changed back into my normal clothes, and it is finally brightening up outside, so super excited about that. Maybe we can go cook our soup yet, but I have the focaccia here, and I wish I had remembered to cover this. I should have definitely covered it before. You can tell it got a little bit like filmy, but I think it'll still work. So what I'm gonna do is dimple the pasta now. I just drizzled some avocado oil on top and then spread a little bit more pesto on top, and then we'll bake it. And then after we're done baking, I actually wanna put even more pesto on. So not doing thick layers any of these times, but adding it a couple different places throughout. That is beautiful. We'll take some of our pesto. And then I think we'll serve this with our ramen soup for lunch. All right, I think we'll leave it about like that. Make sure we got our little dimples in. And then I'm gonna bake this at 425. All right, while that's baking, why don't we make some butter for all of this bread, or at least separate the cream. I have been trying to stay on top of cream every day. So normally once a day, Josh will milk the Jersey cow separate from all the Holsteins, and I will get the cream from it, which is amazing. But that means that I need to take care of about 3 gallons of Jersey milk a day. So that's what I'm doing here right now. I'm just gonna take the cream off this time. Sometimes I like to turn it into things, but honestly, the vast majority of the time, I'll take the cream off and either turn that into butter or ice cream or cream for coffee, whipping cream, all of those things that I'm just looking to have heavy cream, and it's been really nice for that. For those that are curious, this is a 2-quart bucket, and I usually get pretty much exactly a quart of cream off of one of these. Well, Kyra and Josh were laughing at me when I came over there. They said I had said it was 2 quarts, not 2 gallons, that big jug. So it was 2 gallons. But I'm gonna start on my ramen soup here. I'm gonna chop my onions here, and then we're gonna have to move over into the dark kitchen for actually cooking the soup because I don't have a stove out here, but that's fine. First, what we're gonna do is saute a couple onions, a bunch of garlic, some ginger, and then I think I mentioned earlier that Josh had smoked a roast yesterday, so I'm excited to add that in there. It always has such incredible flavor as is, so I'm excited to add it into the soup because I know it's not gonna disappoint there either. I just have freeze-dried beef broth right now, so I'm gonna add some water, and then I do a tablespoon of freeze-dried broth powder to 1 cup water ratio. And then I'm gonna do half a cup soy sauce. And then I'll do 2 tablespoons maple syrup. This is the roast that Josh smoked. I'm gonna cut this into thin strips, and then it's already cooked, so I basically just need to heat it in the soup, add the ramen, and it'll be ready to go. gonna sprinkle some Colby cheese over our focaccia here, and then we'll pop that in the oven to melt, and then I'm gonna add a little more pesto after the cheese is melted. All right, coming back one more time with the pesto. And I'm going to sprinkle some Parmesan on here as well. That's looking good. And then I've got some red pepper flakes here. I'll put that on part of it for those that like a little bit more spice. I am so curious what the soup tastes like. Let's give it a little taste test. I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt here yet. Okay, that should be perfect. It is Sunday noon. We actually just stepped in the door from church, and often what I like to do on Sundays is a salad for lunch, since we're taking the afternoon to just rest up a little more anyways. The plan was to actually smoke these roasts, but none of us thought of it at the right time. So we're gonna slice them thinly, and then the guys will do them on the black stone. This is my brother Ty, and we love cooking together, so he's gonna run that with Josh. Hun, you should say hi too.
Coming.
So we're all gonna work at it together. I'm gonna whip up a salad, and then we'll put the meat on it. We'll also do some garlic bread with some leftover brioche, and that's gonna be Sunday lunch. I thought I would do more of a Caesar salad, but I'm thinking since we have garlic bread on the side, we'll still do a Caesar dressing. But on the salad itself, I'll do more, just a bunch of different veggies. So I have some radishes here. I think I have some carrots.
Careful.
I have to show off Josh's garlic bread here. whipped up the dressing. This is a homemade Caesar dressing, and I'll leave the recipe for you in the description box below. I did not film it because everybody's getting hungry, but we're gonna set this, and I think we're ready to eat up.
Dear Lord, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for the circle of family, and I thank you for this morning and the word that was shared. I pray that you bless the food to our bodies, and I pray you bless our afternoon. In Jesus' name, amen.
Now it sounds like you're going to do it again. Wow.
Makes me listen more when it's like
Okay.
that. Dressing.
And some meat.
Coming through.
No.
Oh no. It is days later now, and I am making a bit of pasta. So I'm making a couple of things here for a friend of mine, and this pasta has been sitting in my fridge for a while, and then also leftover of those meatballs. Did we film those? I don't know if I filmed them or not, but they were delicious Italian meatballs. So I'm just gonna run these through. I have the KitchenAid attachment, and then I think I'm gonna do them in the fettuccine cut. I have my salt water boiling back here. We'll throw that together, and I'll make a white sauce to go with them, and then the meatballs. If you're curious how thin I roll these, I start at a 1. I'll run it through once and then fold it kind of like an envelope, and then I'll run it through another 2 times on the number 1 setting, and then I do 1 each from number 2 all the way to number 6. And this is what it looks like after. So we are ready to run them through with the fettuccine attachment. When they're this long, I usually end up cutting my pasta in half. So I'll cut this in half before I actually run it through, and then we'll be ready to cook them. I made my roux here, added some milk. I'm also gonna add some heavy cream, and then I'll do some shredded cheese, some salt, pepper, and then I think I'll do some garlic, since that seems to go well with pasta, and then of course Parmesan cheese. Well, thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen this week. I hope it gave you some inspiration as you dive into the new year. Let me know what you're cooking this week in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Good job.